Now we will get into that syllabus, maybe the most important document in Module 1. Read it. Please read it thoroughly. I'm not going to go into this in every level of detail. You must look through it yourself. Please do. I'm going to increase it a little bit. If you want to jump to any specific section in the syllabus, there it is. For some of these things, I'm just going to mention that they exist. Please go through it in a little bit of detail. Obviously, we've got the description of the course, prerequisites, course objectives. I'm going to jump right past those. That talks about what we're doing in the course. Here's me. Here's my information. Please note that I have an email. I check my email, but the best way for you to communicate with me is using the messages link in our Blackboard class. That's going to keep all of the communication between you and me housed in one spot, so I don't lose it in my email that I get dozens of every day. So please use the messages link in our Blackboard to communicate with me. My office phone number, my student conference hours this semester are listed here. I know those might not work for you, and that's fine. If you do want to make an appointment, you can do so right there. But if none of those times work, just message me and we'll find a time that works. We'll set up a Zoom link, whatever you need to do, or you can stop in and see me during those hours. Moving on, additional information about supporting services that the college offers that you may need for this class, you may need for another class. Those are there for you. What materials do you need for this course? The Connect platform uses or gets you this book. You already have access to this. Note that you do not need to order or purchase this from the bookstore. It's already embedded in our course. When you registered for the class, your textbook cost was added to your bill. So there's nothing you need to do to get access to that yet. There's a manipulative kit. Elementary math, you cut stuff out, you move stuff around. It's a great way to learn through physical manipulations. That is available for purchase in the bookstore. I also do provide ones that you can cut out and print and cut out and then make yourself in each module if you'd rather not make that purchase. You'll also need a calculator. Here's our calendar, week by week. Notice, week of August 23rd, that's a Sunday. It's actually the day before our class actually starts, but that's how I arrange our course. I open up new modules on Sundays. You have that entire week to get the work done in a regular week, and the due date for most of the assignments is actually the following Monday. And that gives you like 8 or 9 days to kind of get everything done. So I like to build in a buffer for you. Sometimes that leads to a little bit of overlap from when modules due and when the next module opens. But I think it gives you a little bit of buffer because I know you're all busy. Please look through those dates. How are you going to be assessed? I mentioned in the introductory video, SmartBook assignments. Please read this so you understand what that is all about and how they are going to work. But every single content module will have a SmartBook assignment associated with it. This is what the interface will look like for you. You will also have, most weeks, some sort of discussion to do or a reflection to do. The reflections will be private. I'll ask you to respond. Tell me how things are going. Maybe the subject is something you might want to keep to yourself. And so those are private. Only I will read those and I'll respond accordingly. The public discussions are more like discussion boards that you are probably familiar with if you've ever done an online class before. It's where you can comment and other people can comment on your work. All those things are worth 10 points. And for the public ones, right, there's an incentive for extra credit to earn some bonus points for responding to others. Please note the word count is a guideline, right? It's what I'm looking for. I'm not going to be literally counting words, but if you are giving me like 12, like that's not going to count for a post. It's got to be substantive, something with just a little bit of meaning to it. A quality post, as I state there. You know what that is. Connect homework. This is practice problems. This is the homework. You get multiple chances to do the math and try it. Get stuck. Maybe ask for help. Go to the Brain Fuse tutoring. Stop in our tutoring center. Those are worth 18 points, and those are most weeks. You'll have one of those. Competency checks. So there are 5 of them, and you must be able to do these things as an elementary teacher. Know how to do basic multiplication and division, work with sign numbers, positive, negative numbers, fractions, decimals, and some geometry. So what do? We give you 5 of them. Each of them are worth 30 points, and you must earn a 90% or better on them. If you don't, then you get 0 points. If you get 90%, then you get all 30 points. So it's either 0 or 30. Now, if you end up getting a 0 on one, 30 points isn't going a make or break out of a course that's going to have 1,000 points in it, right? But you do need to work on that stuff. And you get 4 chances to take each one. Those are going to be done online using something called Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. So you will do those online, and I will give you more information about that as the class goes on. Keep in mind that you can't use any resources on any of those. No calculator, no notes. You can have blank paper to write stuff down on, but no other resources. Exams. We will have 2 exams, a midterm exam and a final exam. Both are worth 250 points. The midterm assesses the content from the first half of the course and the final from the second half of the course. Please note, we have a policy in the math department that every online course must have at least 2 in-person proctored exams, including this course. So I will be offering a proctoring session during the week of each of those exams. I will let you know when that is as those dates get close. If you are absolutely unable to make it to that time, then you can take it in our testing center, but we need to work that out, and you need to let me know that. And that can occur then anytime during that week. If you do not live near Muskegon, if you I would say about a 20-mile radius, 30 miles maybe, then you'll have to find another location. And that I'm going to put that on you a little bit. Generally, you can do that at a library, a local library, another college that might be near you. I've given them all over the country, and I have to know that ahead of time so I can send that institution the test. So there's a little bit of coordination that occurs. I've sent them to Texas, to Seattle, to Detroit, to all over. All right. So you need to just let me know, hey, I don't live around Muskegon, and we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take that exam in person, some other location. All right. The grading scale. Where do you get your grade from? Here is a summary of all the things we just talked about and how many points each thing is worth, what percent of your final grade that category of assignment is worth. Note I do drop your lowest smart book, I drop your lowest discussion reflection, and I drop your lowest connect homework. So if for some reason you have a bad week or just miss it, you don't get it done, well, I give you one freebie. Please take a moment to read through the teaching methods. What's my approach to this course? What can you expect? Okay. I'm not going to go through that in detail. I'd like you to read through that. Some of it we have talked about already. As I scroll down, there are a couple opportunities for some extra credit. Before each exam, I'm going to give you some problems that were frequently missed from that half of the semester, and I'm going to give you another opportunity to work through those and try those for some bonus points. Also, academic support is basically tutoring coming into the academic support department if you live local. The information about how to do that is here. So it's basically like connecting yourself with some of the resources. So there's an opportunity for some bonus points. Tutoring. Everybody needs help along the way, and the sooner you get it, the better. We do have in-person tutoring. We have online tutoring by MCC people. Here's how you would connect with somebody. We also have the Brain Fuse, which is 24/7 online tutoring. It's outsourced to another company. Finally, course policies. Attendance. We don't have scheduled meetings. It's an asynchronous course. So you could do this whenever you want, but you should expect this course is going to take, on average, about 10 to 16 hours of work per week. That's typical for a 4-credit course. Information about weight work. Now, I provide buffers. I'm going to scroll down here. Most of these first three categories of assignments, smart books, discussion, reflections, and connect homework, those have due dates of Monday. We start each module on a Sunday. You have the entire next week to the following Monday. That's when things are due. But there's an automatic grace period even through the following Wednesday, which means if you don't get it done by Monday, but you get it done Tuesday or Wednesday, you're still going to get your full credit, no questions asked. But that's it, right? So treat Monday as your normal due date deadline or whatever deadline you want to set ahead of that. But notice that I give you this 48-hour window, no questions asked, to get that work in if you don't have that opportunity. The competency checks have 2-week windows, and that's it. So there's no grace period. And the same with the exams. There's a 1-week window for the midterm, a 2-week window for the final exam, and those dates are going to be firm. The rest of the syllabus are your college policies, which are in every syllabus. I'm not going to go through those, but you do need to know those as well. The one thing I will talk about is academic integrity and artificial intelligence. Obviously, this is a big, important thing in the time we're living in now. In general, the homework that we do here, it's for your practice to prepare you for those exams. Using any sort of AI to do those for you is not worth it. I guess that's all I have to say. An individual homework question is worth a very minimal number of points in the grand scheme of the course. But the missed opportunity to challenge yourself, struggle through trying to figure out a difficult problem, boy, that's where you're building your mathematical muscles. And if you're using some other resource to do it, you are completely missing that opportunity, that great opportunity to improve your math skills. And so I'm going to challenge you to not do that. That's it. There's our syllabus. Again, if you have questions on that, please let me know as soon as possible, and we will talk soon.